Greetings, everyone, coming to you from Fresh Carrots. Today we're going to do a bridal bouquet. I want to begin with saying I have roses here. I have 2 dozen roses. I'm not going to use 2 dozen, but if you prefer to use 2 dozens, that's totally up to you. But I'm not going to use that many roses today. I have roses. I have snapdragons, pom-poms, hydrangeas, and that will be the gist of my bouquet flowers for today. Once you receive your flowers, you will receive them usually in a box, or if you get them from the farmer's market or flower market, you want to make sure that your flowers are conditioned, and more than likely they are conditioned at the flower market, but once you get them home, you'll want to put them in a container of your choosing or vase, and you will want to begin by stripping your roses. If you have a rose glove, by all means put a rose glove on to strip your roses, or you don't have to. Just be careful with the thorns, or you can have a thorn clipper where you can kind of shed your stem from the thorns, and you can remove your leaves because you don't want that to go into your container, your vase container with the water, because it will cause bacteria. So we want to take some leaves off. And that's with all of our flowers. And you will want to give your flowers a cut at an angle to make sure they drink up a whole lot of water. Now I'm going to leave mine at this length right now for my snapdragon, and I will decide later my length of how long I want to, how short, however long. I'm not going to keep it this long, but I am going to, because I'm going to be holding the bouquet here, this length right here in the front of me. So we will begin by grabbing my roses here. I'm going to shed these. I've already conditioned them, and I'm going to start by holding them in my hand. Okay, and I'm just going to start forming my roses. You can go at an angle, hold them in your left hand or right hand, whatever you prefer is more comfortable. And I'm just going to start forming them. Okay. And just go sideways. Just keep adding till you get your desired form. Okay, as you see me doing here. And once again, you can have a grip here, or you can hold it lightly, whatever you prefer. But I'm doing at an angle, as you see here, because I want a round bouquet. It's starting to form here, and you can continue going at an angle. Now these roses are slightly different color. I have cream here. I'm going to remove some of the leaves. I thought I did these already, but I have like a cream here, and I have like a white here with a tinted shade. These are considered premium roses. I'm going to be using at least a dozen. I'm forming my bouquet. You can see here. There it is. Okay. Adding a few more. Here. Now this is what I have so far. I have all of my cream. I'm mixing in the other color. And now you can see the formation here. Now I'm going to add my hydrangeas. Once again, forgive me, I thought I had this one. I didn't take the... plastic off. But here we go. This is the hydrangea. I'm going to remove this leaf, this one. Now you can save these and put in another arrangement. If you have a smaller vase or short vase, you can use these leaves and just drop them in if you wanted to do a smaller vase arrangement, or for a corsage or something like that. Now I'm adding my hydrangea. Ooh, that is beautiful. Just removing one little brown leaf there. Here we go. You can see like that. Now I have here, I purchased some pom-poms, you know, to give it a little color. You'll look at it here. That looks beautiful. That's purple, or a little in between purple and it's not a dark purple. But I added some pom-poms. Give it some more color. You can always strip the leaves here as you go on. I want to add a little bit more pom-poms. I have to remove this one. Yeah, sometimes already kind of had what I wanted to do with it, but I'm just removing some of the stems on the pom-poms because they come in bunches. Okay. And I added some more here right next to the hydrangeas. You see the color is forming here. There we go. And I want to add the snapdragons and remove some of these leaves once again. You see what I'm doing here? I'm just removing some of the leaves here, stripping the flower. I'm going to kind of add it here next to the hydrangea. Push it up just a little, be a little sensitive. Snapdragon. You see it's taking shape. I want to be careful here. I have 4 snapdragons, but I think I'm only going to use maybe just 2. Remove the leaves. Okay. Now it's taking shape. Okay, here we go. And have I put my finger there? And there we have it. I've added the snapdragons. I want to add some ribbon to it. Okay. Now, once you have it all together, you can tie it, bind it with some binding wire. I don't have any binding wire, but I do have my gauge wires with me. And you definitely want to be careful with your gauge wire and wrapping as you're binding it. You just go and keep wrapping it around. That's to hold your flowers in place. Or some people may decide to use the actual ribbon to hold it in place. But I'm binding it, the gauge wire, and I'm just twisting it going around the flower. And then I'm going to use one more, but be careful when you're using the gauge wire, because you don't want to snap the stems. You want to be careful with that. So here we go. There we go. So now you see the larkspur, you see the hydrangeas, and it's forming shape. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit it here in the vase. I need to give it a cut, the larkspur a cut. You should do that underwater. If you just give me one moment, I totally forgot to put my vase in here. But let me remember to always cut your flowers under water. Cut. Sorry about that, everybody. So I'm putting my flowers in the vase. I've already binded it. Now I'm getting my ribbon. Now this is 3 yards of white satin ribbon. This is 3 yards. I'm just going to dry my hands here. Just wanted to dry my hands, but this is white satin ribbon. This is about 2 yards here. It's a total of 3 yards on the roll. So what I'm doing is here, I'm removing it from the water. Just take a cloth or a napkin and just damp it here if you have it. And then you can cut whatever angle at a later time to your desired length. But you want to put the ribbon near the, where you will be holding your flower and where you have binded the flowers. Okay, I would turn it upside down and just leave a little out. Just leave a little here. And then you want to start. Just leave it, I got it upside down, leave it out. Then you want to take it sideways and begin to wrap it. And as you wrap it, tighten it up. And just keep going around and around. And now you see I have the 2 pieces here. This is where I'm going to tie it, because I left a little piece out, if you remember, in the beginning as I held the bouquet upside down. Just lay it, and you can see here where I'm tying it here. Okay. Now, even though I have it tied here, I still have another piece of ribbon, maybe 12 inches long, that I'm going to add again. I'm going to add another layer of ribbon. And this is where I have, this is here. Just adding some more ribbon around where I bind it in the beginning. Make sure it's at the same length here as you're tying it. Go around it up close. then tie it. At this point, you tie it again in a bow. And that's what I'm going to do. The first initial one, when I did it, we just wrapped it. But for this, we're going to finish it out and actually put a bow here. Okay, and so now the ribbon is on. The ribbon is attached. So what we're going to do, we're going to clip the ends. If you have shears or your regular scissors, you can clip the ends and give it a pretty zigzag look at the ends of the ribbon, or whatever you desire. But this is our finished product, and you can cut to your desired length. We thank you today for watching Fresh Carrots, and if you have any questions, email us, and we look forward to seeing you on the next series.